Back at the Hall of Justice, our mild-mannered podcasters were bombarded by gamma rays, bitten by radioactive bugs, mutated by toxic waste, irradiated with cosmic rays, born into a world that doesn't understand them.
Welcome to Thirsty on Toon, where we drink wine and read webtoons.
Hi, I'm your co-host Bronwyn, your webtoon obsessive, dopamine addicted, idiots in love, and slow burn sommelier.
And I'm your co-host Chris, webtoons acolyte, enemies to lovers lover, and bantercore aficionado.
So pull up a page, pour yourself a drink, and let's dive in.
You're thirsty on Maine, we're thirsty on Toon. Thirsty on Toon, thirsty on, thirsty on Toon. Hello.
Well, hello.
How are you, Bronwyn?
I'm great. How are you?
You know, there's just like a weird vibe in the room.
It does feel a little different from normal.
What's that? It's like spinning. It's like a portal.
I don't know, but I feel like there's energy coming from two different sides.
It is. Wait, and from one side, out of the portal steps, it's my other half, TJ!
Yay!
Hello, everyone. I am your Chris proclaimed Batman acolyte, and I'm here to make up 1/4 of the fearsome foursome.
Oh,
excellent!
But
Yay!
wait, there's another portal. Bronwyn, what's that?
It looks like we have the host and my better half, Steve Say from Talking Comics.
What?
Woo!
Yes, hello. I am here for the podcast gangbang. Thank you.
It's like a final crisis up in here with all this crossover.
I love it. I love it. It's almost like we're talking thirsty in Gotham.
Talking thirsty in Gotham.
Woo! I will say, I love all of your costumes. Listeners, you can't see, but these three are all in their best Halloween get-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I am so boring tonight. Just call me Bernard, aka Tim Drake's man.
Mm-hmm. You are basic and you are blonde, so you count.
It works. I'm here for the timber.
Thank you. Just holding hands with my biffled Tim Drake over here.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Almost.
Or brushing hands and then questioning it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good thing we have a Kate Kane on the scene.
Yes. True. What would we be able to do without her? Nothing.
Oh God, nothing.
So I have been summoned here.
Mm-hmm.
What is it we're talking about tonight?
Only the best Batman comic that has ever been put to page in the history of ever.
100%.
Digital page. We're talking Wave Family Adventure Season 1.
I will say, I do agree that it's my favorite after rereading. Like, it's just so good.
This is the Batman comic that actually cured my bat fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So
100%. Yeah.
it's got me back in the game.
Yes. Well, this is also our Halloween special. So
I couldn't tell.
No, I dress like Tim Drake every episode. You just aren't usually here.
And I'm always the penguin. I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought you were topless every episode.
Well, there's that.
Yes, I dress as topless Tim Drake.
Topless Tim Drake Tuesdays.
That is what it is. But where would we be in a crossover if we didn't do a Halloween themed game?
Yes. Looking forward to it.
Oh my gosh. Can I just say, this is
always forget that there's a game.
I actually forgot too. This just took me by surprise. This reminds me of like those Disney Channel crossovers where it's like Sweet Life.
Right.
That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana.
No, that's so right. That's what this is.
Yeah.
I call Zach. You can be Cody.
Okay.
Oh, well, we are going to play a very thirsty game. We are going to play, is it scary or is it sexy?
All right.
All right. I like it.
What if it's both?
That's an option.
Yes.
Okay.
So for those of you who watch the show How I Met Your Mother, you might be familiar with the crazy to hot scale. We are going to create a Batman Rogues Gallery scary to sexy scale.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
The concept was, is the character sexier or scarier? Like, which side wins for each character?
I like
If you
it.
met them in the
Okay.
dark alley, would you want to bang or run? That's the question.
Hmm.
I like it.
First
Can
up,
I bang and then run?
a bang and run,
I'm
if
known
you
for
will.
that.
A hit and run, if you will.
The Dick and Dash.
Yeah.
A ding dong dick and dash, you say?
Dick Grayson comes to mind. I'm like, we need a dick pun here.
I think we've already found the episode title. Ding dong dick and dash. Oh my
That's got to
God.
be a record.
Well, all right. Scarecrow. Is he scarier or is he sexier?
Oh.
Eh.
Yes.
I'm gonna say scary because I know there's that one version that's really hot from
I was gonna
Batman
say
Begins,
Cillian Murphy.
but I feel like a lot of the other versions are just scary.
But what
I'm
is
gonna
he
go
packing
with-
under the mask is the question.
Mhm.
It's not the mask. We need to wonder about what he's packing under.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with scary. I think we've talked about Scarecrow in a sexual way on this podcast in the past. I would be afraid of getting gassed part of the way through because that's part of his kink.
Mhm.
But I don't think he doesn't
100%.
strike me as a consensual sort.
No.
I feel like you'd be getting it, and then all of a sudden you just be like, "What's that smell?" And all of a sudden, bad news.
He's got the like fear gas toxins all over him, and you might just pop one while you're bounding. So
Seriously.
Whenever someone asks what's that smell during sex, it's never good.
It's not a good sign.
No.
It's in the lube.
fear toxin lube.
Yep.
It's an
Yeah.
exciting time.
Yeah, I think he definitely ends up on the con side of the pro con. So
Okay, so he is higher in scary than he is in sexy. Unfortunately.
yeah, the Cillian Murphy makes it a little,
I know, right?
a little
Those
bit of a
eyes.
tough call. Like,
That
But-
accent, though.
oh God, and those
Mhm.
eyes. Whew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
So it's close. It's not.
Close.
It's not as high up on the scare scale. It's like
like
right
we're
at the
talking
end.
a 4.5. You know?
I feel like Chris is trying to sway us to sexy, but it's not working.
I'm not. I'm just saying. It seems like you guys are getting weaker on it every time you bring it up. All right, Two-Face. Is he scarier or is he sexier? Or is he a perfect 50-50?
I mean,
5 out of 10.
I'm going on the
You almost
scary
said split
side for
down the
me.
middle, didn't you?
No. I'm like, he's not even scary for me. He's just like, meh. I don't like Two-Face. I don't
okay.
find
I
him that
feel
sexy.
like it could get real sloppy with him, like on that one side. Like just
He would probably flip a coin beforehand, just saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be
probably
good
flipped a
or
coin
bad.
a bunch of times. Like, what position? Who's top or bottom? But like,
You're saying as he is the most switched that anyone's
Yeah,
ever
he-
been.
Oh
yeah,
my
he has
goodness.
hard switch energy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a case for the 50-50, but you know me, so I have to say he's more sexy.
I was going to say, I always thought you were going to lie as if we
Like,
don't know you're on the record.
Just think of the long Halloween Two-Face. He's super hot, and I don't know. There's just something really. There's something sexy about the man who's halfway towards redemption, and you want to fix him. I'm a fixer. I want to fix him. So
All yours.
I think it's hot.
All yours.
He looks like
Thank you.
He looks like a walking Dorito, but not like the sexy kind.
oh my god,
I love Doritos.
that's awful.
I
Give
said
me
what I
that
said.
Cool Ranch Two-Face.
See, whenever I think of Two-Face, I always think of the Batman animated series one with the blue skin on one
Yes.
side
Yeah.
and like
That's fair.
that big lip curl up top. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like if he's going to town, there's going to be a lot of drool and
I mean,
Lord
you're
knows what
not
else coming out of that.
not
end.
turning me off here.
Talking dick though, is it half rough, half smooth? Like what's going on down there? Right?
Part of
That's
it's
what I
rigged for your pleasure.
I mean, in what way are you thinking it's cut
like
in
just
half?
split down the middle, like
Like-
everything else.
Okay, like long ways cut or like
Like,
what if he's
everything
only
else,
wearing
TJ?
half protection?
I was gonna say, TJ, his face is split this way.
Okay, okay.
Keep going down.
That's what I was thinking too. But I was like, wait a minute. What if it's
just the tip?
Just the tip.
Just for a minute.
God. What about
the Two-Face tip?
I actually can't even think of that actor's name. What about the Nolan Batman Two-Face guy? What do you feel about him?
Oh, Aaron Eckhart.
Oh,
that's his name. I almost said Eric Bana, and I was like, that's a different dude.
Yeah.
I don't find him hot. He's very like vanilla.
Yes.
He is very vanilla. Yeah. I agree. You prefer the Dorito man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Bane. Is he scary or is he sexy?
Oh, he goes on the sexy side for me because you know that he'd be a tender lover.
You're right.
And he's already got the mask on.
Mm-hmm. He's so true. I will make you come.
Which way would you like to be facing this evening? Climb on top of me like I got out of the pit.
Good.
Like you don't want to climb Bane like a tree.
That was good, TJ.
Thank you.
He starts talking dirty to you and you can't understand him. Because
just like, what? Say it again.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. What was that? I told you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm 50-50. I don't know.
You're 50-50 on Bane?
Yeah.
Steve, did you answer? How do you feel about Bane's
Look,
sexiness?
I love a good lucha mask. And I feel like if you went back to Bane's, he's got one of those like removable bookcases with just a wall of options for you of things that he could wear.
He's got his own 50 Shades of Red Room going on back there.
I agree with Bronwyn in that, like, he would offer it up to you, but he would let you make the choice. Like you're in his domain, but you're in charge. He wants to make you feel safe.
Yeah, I like that.
So
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Bane is a sexy motherfucker, is what we've decided.
Yeah. Bane's big on consent. I get that vibe from him.
And the man has his own island. So, like, he got a lot of place to play.
What about, like, the Batman and Robin Bane? Like, because see, that's where I'm coming from. Just in a gorilla suit? It was scary. He's like a mindless...
Let me know when you want me to turn on the venom to give you a little extra juice.
Yeah, he's like, and he's real green and veiny.
I'll pull the trigger right at the end. You love it.
All right. Condiment King. Scary. Sexy.
Neither.
That's
a big no.
I'm just saying there's a lot of fan fiction out there with mustard as lube.
Oh.
It is true. You can look it up.
I know that it's true. That doesn't make it good or okay.
But maybe one of the condiments is real lube. You just get down the row. We don't know what all they are.
Look, I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum.
Ketchup. Oh, there it is. Lube.
But unless he's got Frank's hot sauce and he's putting that shit on everything, I don't know. He's not that exciting.
Yeah.
You better not put it on everything. That would hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have very many feelings about him. I feel like he's neither.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta hold on. Okay.
Steve, just say your truth. That's okay.
It really depends on what costume he shows up in. Because I have Google open right now, and there's definitely one where I can see it, and then all of the other ones are a big no.
All right, you kind of have to drop in that chat.
I'm going to drop it in the chat right now.
All right. Man. Well, Steve is sending us thirst traps. I'm going to offer up Kite Man.
Hell yeah.
Sexy. I find him very sexy.
He'd try hard.
He would try hard. I just don't think he does not know where the clit is. There's 0% chance.
No, you'd have to bring your own toys, but he'd try real hard.
He would make so much effort, but I feel like it would be horrid.
I don't know. He seems like somebody who'd be open to instruction.
Yeah. But he would need like multiple times before it was good. I'm just saying. No.
But you don't have to shout hell yeah at the end of every session.
That's not dirty talk.
Now my mind is going to like Bane and Kite Man would be very good lovers for each other.
Right?
Like
what? A patient instructor?
Yeah.
And a willing student?
Yeah.
TJ, write that fic.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it.
I ship it.
Oh, God. This turned into a fun game of rip it or ship it.
Oh.
All right. We are receiving a thirst trap.
Yes, there you go.
Opening it now.
It's in the chat.
I'm opening it now.
For some reason, it's listed as Mitchell Mayo Prime Earth. I hope this is the same. It says Condiment King.
I was going to say it's also listed as a potential threat. So I don't know what you're sending us. Oh, Steve, you like a twink is what I'm learning in this moment.
Yeah, he's very twink.
He's very twinky.
Nothing wrong with that. No shame.
I'm here for it.
We know, TJ.
I'm telling you. Okay, look.
Is that Timothy Chalamet as Condiment King?
Timothy Chalamet is Condiment King. That I will agree
That I
to.
can see. Yeah.
100%.
Check out the other one that I sent. This one looks like he would totally be down, but I can't get into the costume.
Is that the Harley Quinn Condiment King?
It might be. That hat, though.
It's like a pickle. It's like a green titty.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Anyway.
It has a nipple right on the top. Okay.
So it's very selective based on what he's wearing is what I'm learning at this moment.
Yes.
All right. I'm here for Twin Condiment King. I'm with you.
Twin Condiment King it is. And finally, Killer Shark.
Oh, yes. I'm a monster fucker. You know this.
I know this about you, which is why he's in here. Why do you think he's in here, Bronwyn?
Yeah.
I'm 50-50.
King Shark, right?
Yeah.
King Shark. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
King Shark.
My mind goes to the Suicide Squad King Shark.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I know. I'm like, he's very cute. I totally see it. But at the same time, I'm afraid that he's going to like bite me in half.
It's a risk you would have to take.
It's part of the charm.
Oh, I feel you. I'm risk aversion over here.
I'll say yes to the Suicide Squad and Harley Quinn, the animated series, King Shark.
Yep.
But there is also a Hammerhead version.
Oh, no. I know that version. TJ's into it.
TJ wants something to hold on to.
Either side of the eye. Just
that meme where she makes the gross face and then she's like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Reconsidering.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Right. Well, that was scary or sexy.
Wow, that was fun.
I enjoyed that.
Are we all winners?
You were all winners.
Good.
Wiener.
The only one that isn't a winner is Condiment King. Sorry, Condiment King. Poor guy.
Yeah. Well, unless he brings that one out.
Unless he brings that one outfit. They were all down for it.
Yeah.
So Bronwyn, do we have a blurb for Wayne Family Adventures?
Yeah. So there's this guy. You may have heard of him. He's a bit of a nutter. He's a bazillionaire with a passel of kids. And for kicks, he dresses up like a bat at night and puts the fear of Gotham into the hearts of evildoers. But this isn't that story. This is the story of what happens when the cowl comes off.
Oh, I loved it.
Yay.
Oh. I heard cow, and my mind was like, bat cow?
Cowl.
I gotcha.
Don't worry, that we will talk about that cow.
Oh, yeah.
This is the story where the cow comes out.
Well, I mean, that is also true. So
it's true.
I even have a genre for us.
Yes, please hit us with that genre.
All right. We have slice of life, comedy, found family, all the feels, bantercore, cottagecore Batman with actual trauma healing.
Aww. I usually have a very elaborate genre, but I really just wrote slice of life, everything you want in a bat book, and healing. So we were on the same vibe.
Nice.
Because don't ask me. I tried to do genres last time, and it was bad.
Cute. We gave you such proud mom smiles.
We did. I liked it.
Good job, sweetie.
How about you, Steve?
TJ, you're not going to go?
I don't know any genres. I mean, I know it's slice of life.
If I've learned anything about this show, it's that you can just make shit up.
Yes.
So, like, okay, slice of life, comfort.
Yes.
We're doing it again. We're like, come on, buddy.
I know. I feel like I'm
pedal
on the
harder.
spot.
All right, here, I'll swoop in. You ready?
Yes, I'm so excited.
I have found family, cow having, competitively confectionery, world's okayest dad heckling, self-doubt demon summoning, Alfred worship.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, that was good.
There you go.
That was good.
I really like that.
Correct. All of that was correct.
I think that might have actually been the best one so far.
It really was.
Give me some of your magic.
So let's talk characters. Who isn't in this comic?
I feel like I'm forgetting what's his name.
Bronwyn, are you frozen? Or are you?
No, I was
frozen?
actually like flabbergasted by the concept of trying to think of who isn't in this comic.
You were literally so still. I thought you had frozen.
He might be in one, but it's Luke Fox.
He's in more than one.
He's in
more
one.
More than one.
More than one. I barely remember him.
As always, you forget Luke Fox. This has been a continual theme of our show. I mean, to be fair, we haven't read any of the Luke Fox centered ones yet, but he's in several. He's in one where he's talking to Duke and Tim at the diner.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking.
He's at the Christmas one. He's helping at the... Is he at the dog shelter? Or is he at the...
Yeah, he's at the dog shelter.
Yeah, he's at the dog shelter with Duke and Damien, I think.
Oh, no. Luke is he's at the basketball game. He's reffing the basketball game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's at the basketball game with Jason and Tim.
Harper Rowe was not in season one.
She wasn't, which was
not.
sad. Maps is not in it yet, but you know, Maps feels like the kind of character that might just show up.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm racking my brain and...
Right?
Like other than villains, I'm coming up empty.
I think it's
Ghostmaker.
You're right.
Ghostmaker was the other one, Clown Killer.
This came out earlier than he was not a character yet, so maybe he'll pop up.
But like Bernard, I know Bernard is an older character, but he only became more important very recently. So I'm like, all right,
that's what I was saying.
They have
maybe he'll
Bernard.
Pop up.
Yeah, they gotta have Ghostmaker.
I could see him showing up.
He and Bruce could have some really fun like rivalry.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have to get into that in predictions. Oh, we should predict who will come in.
Yes.
Have we had Harley yet?
Yes. In the season finale.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
No.
A lot of the main villains have shown up in some capacity or just been mentioned in passing.
Well, like Poison Ivy.
I don't think we've had Poison Ivy yet, but we've had Catwoman and Harley. So we've had 2 out of the 3 kind of Gotham City sirens. So I'm hoping
she'll show up.
And then we've had, as you said, Condiment King and Kite Man. And
I know, it's amazing.
Some of the goodies.
Exactly. So
there's something for everyone.
Yes, absolutely.
So I don't even know, how do we want to talk about characters in this one? It's everybody.
I couldn't, literally my notes for Fave characters are, dear Lord, all of them in all caps.
I went through and wrote down everyone, including pets. But then eventually I was like, this is probably not useful.
Yeah, I actually just ended up with, I can't choose. I can't, it's just, no.
It's everybody. It's everybody.
They're all very good. Like I said earlier, I was like, I'm biased because obviously love Tim Drake over here.
Yes.
So him, but every single Damien episode is so heart-wrenching. I love it.
My little murder baby. Funny. He's so great in this.
So good. And Jason also really good.
Yes. But everyone is the best version of each character.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
The very best version of themselves.
They are absolutely they are character concentrate. They are everything that you need in as quick as possible and eliminating all the shit.
It's amazing.
What do you think, Steve?
Bronwyn's crying.
It just
Look, it happens. Okay.
That's true. How about you, Steve? Character
For
thoughts.
me, I made a list of favorite characters. That's what I thought we were doing.
That's
it is.
usually
That's
what
what
we
we're
do.
trying to do.
We
We
just
just can't.
said
Oh, I mean, I made a list of all my favorites. So it's
hit
got
us.
I'm very impressed.
four of the characters that really, I mean, everybody stands out in this. Everybody gets a chance to shine throughout the season. But my favorite moments belong to, and this is from bottom to top, Damien at the bottom, Barbara, Oracle is next, Cass Kane, and then my favorite character in the series, Stephanie Brown.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. You know, because obviously Tim is my favorite Robin, but if I had to say like which character I think gets the most developed in this story that as opposed to the comics, I think it's Damien.
Yeah.
Like I really think we get the most growth and arc for Damien here.
I think one of my, and maybe this is going into theme, so stop me if I'm going into territory that we're not supposed to.
We never cross over accidentally into other sections.
Doesn't happen here. I don't know what you're talking about.
One of the things that I absolutely love about this series is that a lot of the characters, maybe not all of them yet, but a lot of them do get at least like a 2-episode arc to really dig into who they are and where they're at in the Bat family and like what their place means to them and to others. So I think the series is very fair in like kind of dishing out that spotlight for the characters. And so I think it is a difficult to choose favorites because like you said, the best thing for each character is kind of what these characters are made of throughout this series. So when you're dealing with only the best parts of them and then investigating those best parts in a 2-parter where it's mainly about them and them learning a valuable lesson, something like that, that's when the book really, really hits for me. Like I love the jokes and I love the gentle ribbing from everyone. And, you know, we'll talk about more of that later, but I like that the series as a whole works on so many levels.
I agree.
And it always works.
Yeah.
It always works. There's not a single wasted panel or scroll or anything throughout this entire series.
Yeah, like seriously, kudos to the writing and art teams on this. Like we have CRC Payne, and then we have who's the artist on this again? Rhett Bloom or something. It's forgive me, I'll look it up and I'll bring it up later. But the editing in this is so freaking good and outstanding. That it makes everything so tight and so incredible that it just makes every element of everything else shine.
Right.
And you never really get to talk about the editing because you're always talking about the creative teams, right? Like the writing and the art and lettering and everything like this, and all of which is spectacular. Like this is high key one of Webtoon's best offerings. And that's saying something because you know how we feel about Webtoon.
Yeah.
Does the name CRC Payne ring a bell?
Yeah, CRC Payne is the writer.
Starbite?
Starbite.
Yes.
Thank you. Starbite is the artist. Yes.
Yes. And this is the first one we've talked about that has like a team.
A whole
Most
team,
of them are like 1 or 2 people working together. This is like a full team and you can feel all of the contribution. It's really, it is beautiful.
Yeah. Because this is a whole other level we're talking about. Like this is a completely professional piece of work. Yeah. This is a DC offering for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't narrow it down. I've been trying to think about it this whole time.
No, I know because like
it's everybody.
These are some incredible characters. And I love that this is back. But you know what? Actually, I do want to say this is my favorite Bruce.
Yes. Yes.
So like while I can't narrow it down to an absolute favorite character because they're all such incredible versions of themselves and I love them all so much. And every time I go to pick a favorite, I'm like, oh, but no, it's this one. And this is legitimately my favorite expression of Bruce that I have ever seen in any kind of output of any kind. And I've been reading or consuming Batman my entire life and I'm in my 40s. So that's a lot of Batman.
I think my problem is though, I'm like, Yes, that's true. But it's also my favorite Tim. It's also my favorite Jason. And the only character I think is not at all changed is Alfred, who's just perfect always.
Alfred's always perfect. Exactly.
It doesn't change much from writer to writer. Unlike everyone else, Alfred is the constant.
Yeah.
That's
why I put Alfred worship in my genre's description.
That's correct.
Because this series absolutely celebrates that character in a big way.
Yeah,
as it should. He is the GOAT.
Yep.
And that is why he won the GOAT award in the Thirsty Awards. So.
Exactly.
Would you agree? Do you think this is like the healthiest Bruce Wayne? Like in terms of
Hondo friend.
It's not even a comparison. If we were to make a top 10 healthiest Bruce Waynes, it's like this one. And then down to number 10 would be the next healthiest.
Exactly.
I can't even think who that would be.
No.
I'm trying. Oh, no. Super Sons Bruce Wayne, but it's still down at 10.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest. Like, I know we've talked about before, like, if this could be set in the main universe continuity, and I do think most of this could be happening in a version in the main continuity.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest difference is Bruce is so different in terms of like he smiles a lot and he does act like a really good dad. I feel like that's the biggest part where it's like, all right, I have to,
and he communicates.
This is another universe.
Like he talks to his sons. He says, "I'm sorry" to Cass. He says, "I'm proud of you" to Jason.
He gives, exactly. He gives everyone pep talks when they break up with somebody.
Yeah,
like he is. It's interesting because you're right. He is very different, but he is still somehow inherently Batman.
Yeah.
And that's what's impressive.
He's the Bruce Wayne that the other Batman wishes he could be.
Yeah.
You know, like he's the good dad, but he's more so the dad that's trying to do better.
Yeah. He's the world's okayest dad.
Right.
Which is
like
exactly
very
right
evident.
where you want to be, you know?
Right. Like that's very evident in the Cass episodes where he misses out on her recital and makes it up to her by renting out the theater and doing what he can do in his own Bruce way to say that he's sorry. It might not be conventional, it's a little bit different, but there's a lot of times throughout this series where you could see that he's really trying or that he's genuinely concerned about his ability to dad and his place in the family. Everybody else is running around wondering if they should be a part of this Bat collective. He's doing the same thing. They just don't know it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I particularly love, and again, this is definitely leaning over into themes, but hey, we're crossing the streams now.
Exactly
this is what we're doing.
Exactly.
But I really, really, really love that this story allows the characters to fail, and then improve.
Yes.
Like to show that failure is not the end all and be all, because I know that is such a struggle. And that's something that everybody kind of, if you're being honest about your top fears and everything like that, everybody in adulthood, the thing that is the biggest lie perpetrated on children everywhere is that adulthood is easy and we have all the answers and we do all of these things and it's cool and fun and freeing. And no, it's none of those things. You're just responsible for more.
Yeah.
And a big part of that is the fear of failure, is this fear of trying and not making it. And,
Bronwyn, I thought the existential desert of dread was last episode. What are we doing back there? How did this happen?
Come on. That's in every episode, Chris.
You mentioned being in charge of more. And I'm like, and sometimes you're in charge of like 8 Robins.
Right? And sometimes
8 is a low estimate of this comic.
And that's okay. It's better to try and fail than to not try, right? So
fair enough. And we will just circle right around back to that in themes. But before we get there, this is not a very shippy read for us, but who do we ship?
I mean, I've got 1.
I've got 3.
I have 4.
Is anyone going to piss off the Batcest aunties? Be careful here, everyone. I'm getting worried.
I promise you.
I think mine's all right.
Okay. I thought you were going to say.
I don't care. Please.
All of mine are. We won't get teenagers on the internet too mad at us tonight.
All right.
Even though I support your right to ship whoever you want, teenagers, so feel free to at me.
So do I.
At Bronwyn too. But leave TJ and Steve alone. They're being very quiet.
Yes. All right, Steve, hit us with your ship. Hit us with your ship.
I don't have very many ships.
Mine is very cute. It's very simple, but I think that Damien and Skylar would make a really cute, like little nerdy D&D couple.
I love them. They're so cute. Skylar,
is that the girl?
Yeah, from the art.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, that was really cute. I liked that.
I could see them getting together
Bernard.
down the road.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you say Tim and Bernard?
Tim and Bernard. I'm here for that.
Timber's on my list.
I have a hard time with Timber in the regular continuity because Bernard's so boring, but they actually like give him a personality in this.
Yeah, he's cute.
I like him in this a lot.
Yeah.
It's even the best version of Bernard.
Exactly. But I also have Tim Kahn in this too. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Tim Kahn.
How did you miss Tim Kahn?
I know.
They're in
I was skimming through early and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Connor was in this.
Yeah.
And I just didn't even think about it.
They have a whole cute episode.
Exactly. Yeah. And of course you have to hit up Batcat.
Yes, Batcat's on mine too.
This episode was specifically high key good.
I know we said that. So we did a Go episode about the first, I think, 20 episodes of this series, right? And we talked about that specifically. Like, this is the only Bruce Wayne that I'm convinced fucks.
Exactly.
Period. I've not seen evidence of any other Bruce Wayne fucking.
No.
But this one was about to say some spicy things with the comm open.
And my last ship is definitely Soups and Bat.
Yeah, in the Tie Your Tie episode.
The Tie Your Tie episode.
Mine.
Also, when they're listening in and spying on their parental figures.
Oh yeah. You know what? I have 6 ships. I just realized. Is
one of them Stefan Cass?
I mean, I
have 7 ships. One. I honestly forgot to put Stefan Cass on here. So yeah, you've hit on most of mine now, but I would say this is getting real. You know, when have I ever got real in the weeds with ships? These are people that are just referenced that I got excited about.
All right, I like it.
Jason is teaching Damien how to make friends, and he's like, "I make friends by breaking people out of prison." As a fan of the Outsiders, I know not the Outsiders, the
Outlaws.
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 My brain was cycling through bat teams, and I was like, no, not that one. No, not that one. The Outlaws. I know that that's a reference to Jason's one and only true love, Roy Harper.
So, yes.
He broke him out of prison in the first issue of the New 52 Outlaws, and it's so good. Not the first issue, somewhere really close to the beginning, though.
All right.
The other
down. That's a good ship.
The other one is in here as a joke it is a like it you have to if you know joke that is in the comic. There is a ship that a lot of people love, which is Dick Grayson and Deadshot. Okay, and it is joked about in this comic.
I did see that. Oh my God, I forgot about
There's
that.
a moment where they tease him about Deadshot, and he just like really blushes and goes, "Shut up!" And I was like, "I see you. I know that ship reference."
And why Deadshot?
Because you haven't read any of the comics with the two of them.
It's not Slade, like
Slade trains Dick at one point, and there's a lot of like, he does. Let's just say they were definitely fighting during the day, but who knows what they got up to at night. It is some steam-heavy comics. Is this one that we're going to get yelled at by teens on the internet? It is, because they hate the age gap in this, but they were both adults, and they were not like 18 and 30. It was not like that. They were both older.
Is it Deadshot or is it Deathstroke?
Yeah, Deathstroke is Slade. I was just Googling this now. I was getting confused.
Okay. We know that Chris does not get names, right? Why are we acting?
No, it's okay. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Bronwyn and I were like vibing.
But Deadshot, my mind went to Will Smith from like Suicide Squad, because I think he's Deadshot.
Lloyd Lawton is Deadshot.
Casually absurd that there is a Deathstroke and a Deadshot. We've got to agree. It is as absurd as the fact that there is a dead man and a Lord Deathman in the same universe.
Everyone knew what you were talking about. That's why I was like, I was trying to be like, do you mean Slade?
I can see that. This is Ace the Bat Hound all over again.
Ace the Bat Hound is real, okay? It's the Bat Hound is one of the dogs. I didn't remember Titus.
Pour one out for Astro, the bat dog. Look, I'm not here very often. I gotta get my jabs in while I can.
Steve, I'm going to be on your show tomorrow, so you better be careful.
Hey, I'm going to bat with you for Taylor Swift. You be nice to me.
You and me and Joey are going to talk Taylor Swift for approximately 2 hours.
Is this a Midnights thing?
Yes, it's definitely.
The only thing I know about it is that someone tweeted, "This puts the mid in midnight."
That's so horrid. It's one of her best albums. I love it. But yes, it is a Midnight thing. That's right.
Godspeed. I know we're just talking about season 1, but in season 2, there's some stuff with Stephanie and Harper that really got me.
That's cute.
A little shippy. Yeah.
That is cute. Harper deserves a good ship.
Yeah.
Harper's not really in the comics right now, right? Aside from
until season 2. Yeah.
And she's not really in the comics generally right now.
Yeah, that's what
either.
I mean.
Yeah.
She was in like the Punchline storyline, but as of now it's over. So yeah.
And Scott Snyder, my brain went Zack Snyder. I'm just gonna mess up everyone's name tonight. So that's what's gonna happen. Scott Snyder is the only like Harper Row like full stan out there that was going hard for her, unfortunately. So I think James Tynan liked her a lot too, because she showed up a lot in Detective. But
whatever happened to Alfred's niece?
We don't talk about that. We don't.
She got whitewashed and sentenced to the Batwoman TV show.
No, that's his daughter. That's his daughter, TJ.
Oh, who are you talking about? His niece?
The niece hasn't been in a very long time, I think.
I'll look it up.
His daughter is here too. You're thinking about TJ. And yes, she got whitewashed.
I didn't realize there was a niece. Whoops.
What the hell
my
is
mess
her
up.
name? Julie Pettyworth.
Julia was the Pettyworth
daughter. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Not in this yet. That's a character that might come in one day.
There you go.
Oh, that's
Daphne Pennyworth?
I know.
That doesn't.
Never heard of her.
That doesn't sound familiar. I don't know that.
Are you sure you're not thinking about Julia?
Maybe I am. Oh, I am thinking of Julia.
His daughter. Was she also a medic? I think she was a medic too, or something.
That's his daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's his daughter he abandoned to raise Bruce instead. It's
when
very
did he
strange.
have her? Because she looks like she's 24.
I know. In Gotham, apparently World War III happened or something.
We don't talk about it.
Right? He definitely had
Alfred's
her in the war.
Still pretty virile, I guess.
Hey, it is the Batman family age time warp.
Exactly.
We've talked about this because every character gets slowly closer in age.
Look, what we need to do is establish the canon crossover with Bat Family and Doctor Who so that they can just be born in the TARDIS.
They're all Time Lords.
Yeah.
Alfred dipping his shit in the Lazarus pit. Just like hanging over it Mission Impossible style to be lowered down. He just dips it in and it goes back.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe he used Talia's baby tube. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's not as sexual as it sounded. I meant physical baby tube in her lap.
Kind of going off of talking about ships and characters who weren't in this.
Yeah.
Jonathan Kent.
He has reference though. They talk about him. They're like,
I know, but he needs to appear.
I know
exactly because that's another little ship.
I know, and I have quotes about them because it's one of my favorite moments when they talk about him.
I want like a whole 2-parter where they like team up.
Yeah, I could say that. I wonder if the aging up storyline was why they hadn't done it yet.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't really ship Damie is because he's just a little too young for me in this. So
yeah. I know. And it is one of the reasons some people don't like the age up because it broke the ship. But, we've talked about this. Once they're like 30 and 36, it won't matter.
Exactly. So we just need to age them all up.
Get them all up there.
Exactly.
Yeah, like give it 3 years in universe.
Not three. It would still be illegal in 3 years.
Yeah, but in 3 years, it will be 36. We just, need to work the story out.
Okay. 3 years at a jump.
Yeah.
I was going to say, are we talking about this Damian Wayne who's 9 or the one in the comics that is somewhere between 13 and 16?
No, I was thinking like main universe.
Main universe where he's somewhere between 13 and 16.
Yeah.
I'm going with 15. Give me those 3 years.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's just skate right into themes since we're already all over there.
Skate into themes.
Yes.
Sure.
Exactly. TJ, what do you have for themes?
For themes, I mean, we talked about the found family.
Yes.
Well, we can keep talking about it.
Absolutely. We've got lots to talk about.
Keep talking about it.
Yeah, that's on my list for sure.
And I mean, I haven't narrowed it down, but like we've talked about Bruce being like the dad who's trying. Like I just love that. And just, I don't know, Kate being the mentor. I have to bring that up.
Oh my God, me too. Yeah,
that's a theme there.
Oh
I just really want to talk about that episode.
No, it's so true. Like for me, this whole storyline is the queerest non-romance we've ever read.
Yes, it is very queer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, I love that. Like, I think it's incredible. Like, not just the presence and inclusivity of all of the LGBTQ elements, but also just like you said, the found family. The support network that they're establishing, just the way that they have each other's backs all of the time, that it just speaks to the queer community, allegorically and directly, I think.
And I really like how they lean into their roles in the family way more than the comics usually do, with like really leaning into Dick as what would he be like if he really was focused on the big brother portion. Yeah. And then Jason, even, still keeping all of the rebelliousness or whatever, is I don't know what just happened, but it was great.
Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. All that was my husband showing off some leg.
We hadn't talked about his legs nearly enough, clearly, so we had to bring him up again.
Speaking of thirsty.
But Jason getting to like fall into that brother role too, where he's like the supportive big brother that helps his bigger brother figure this stuff out and everything. It's very sweet. And Kate gets to be, as TJ was saying, she gets to kind of be a big sibling. And there's just a lot of really like cute family dynamic moments that are really charming.
And they really do lean into the siblings identifiers, right? Like not just the big brother, little brother, but straight up sisters and brothers, and just, when they're following Duke on his date, and
that's my family. And,
and he's just so embarrassed, and they're like,
I jump in for a second on that because that's in one of my one of my moments for this. But one of my favorite Stephanie moments, and one of the reasons that she's one of my favorite characters in the series, is when she's wearing that mustache.
I don't know why they recognize this.
She's so cute.
As if that would work. Has anybody here seen the movie? It's not The Bad Batch, The Bad Guys.
Oh yeah,
the new Sony animated film.
No, I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Craig Robinson's shark walking around in that movie, being the chameleon, and the biggest, most obvious sharp-toothed character in your, posse. And that's your person who dresses up in just a mustache, and nobody knows that it's a shark. It's the same mentality.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Oh, I love that.
So
and Tim's dressed like a full PI from the 1950s.
Right.
Meanwhile, Damien, not disguised.
No.
He's just sitting right there with them.
Straight up
mention,
disdain on his face.
This is not a theme. It was just, you mentioned Tim and PI. There's a part in the diner when they're there with Luke Fox, and they're talking about plans to like hide his secret identity, and Tim has this long complex plan.
Oh, I love it so much.
So good.
Someone suggests something else, and he has this moment where he goes, "My plans are good." And it's just, his like, facial expressions are
died.
so funny.
Oh my God.
I know. God, it's
and they're
so
like,
good.
yes, Tim, they are. They're great plans. Yes.
Like that kind of rolls into my main theme of this, which is, you mentioned this, Bronwyn, we both did in our genres. This is a very corrective emotional experience, but it is both, one for us personally, which we can certainly get into, but it also is for people who have loved these characters. It's a corrective emotional experience.
Yeah.
Because every time there's a thing where the fandom collectively, has gotten together on Tumblr or Twitter to be like, this is what we need. Those scenes happen here.
Yeah.
So, Dick Grayson, being called on the fact that he helps people, but he doesn't actually spend time with them.
Yeah.
And so they don't ever feel important to him. And so he has to work on that.
Yeah.
Or, Jason's PTSD actually being addressed.
Oh my God, I died.
Heartbreaking.
Oh.
Or Cass being told she's more than just a weapon. There's all these conversations that as a fandom, we've all said it should happen, but have never happened. And we're actually getting them. And they're so healing. Like, I don't know what else to call it. They're healing.
No, it's incredible. That actually kind of speaks to two of mine that I wrote down, like obviously the healing, what we both spoke to, but also setting of boundaries. And I wanted to mention that specifically because it's brought up a few times in this season. And I love that for multiple characters, the setting of boundaries is specifically brought up as important. And I think that is so key. It's so key because it really is a huge factor in maintaining your own mental health. And I mean, obviously that's a huge thing for these heroes who put themselves on the line all the time. But like, literally that's one of the first things you learn when you do first aid.
Yeah.
I have been first aid certified contiguously for 22 years. And so I'm quite familiar with this concept insofar as it pertains to helping other people. You cannot help other people if you put yourself in a position to become another
victim casualty. Yeah. You can't pour from an empty bucket, as I tell my clients every day, and fail to follow myself.
and they address that specifically though, I love that they do that with Barbara, where she's specifically giving that advice to Cass and Stephanie and then has to hear it from Dick.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, even Bruce Wayne gets that. He, this is a real, let's address something that happens in the comics all the time, which is that Bruce will not care for his body ever. He'll let it get destroyed rather than stop. And so they have a specific episode where his entire family mounts together to make him rest.
It's so amazing.
Good.
Or when he breaks his leg playing on a skateboard.
So funny.
I love that episode.
So funny.
So funny.
Yeah.
I love any episode with him and the Justice League is so funny. And I'm not really big into Justice League comic books.
No, nor I.
Their interactions here. So
I know. I kind of want, we've gotten a lot of spinoffs, or not necessarily spinoffs exactly, but we've had little other DC comics branch out. I would love a Justice League comic with this vibe.
Yes.
Where we get to actually see all of them all the time. I think that would be so fun.
Yes.
The one where they're all trying to figure out how to tie a tie.
Oh my God.
And Diana's just don't
wear a tie.
She's
what
men.
the F is wrong with you?
It's one of my favorite ones.
It was good.
Such a good episode.
I also really like the one with everyone has their favorite gear on for different superheroes.
Oh my God.
I was going to talk about that one later.
Me too. That comes up in quotes for me.
We'll swing back around to all of these. But yeah, exactly. Steve, do you have any themes you wanted to highlight?
I do.
Excellent.
So I also had found family. We touched on this a little bit, but I also wrote down acceptance.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of character building going on in this series, and a lot of everyone kind of getting their chance to come to terms with who they are and where their place is in all of this. And a lot of them kind of don't know what they have until someone from the family points it out to them and kind of makes them an example and brings all that to the forefront. So I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
I have loyalty as a theme. It kind of goes hand in hand with the friendly competition
Yeah.
Oh my God.
motif that they have. Like they're very competitive. There are multiple episodes where they're all kind of vying, whether it's the seat in the Batmobile, the final cookie from Alfred. There's, or the whole costume wearing thing, the like Mario Kart-ish type episode.
Yes. Oh my God.
And but there's a sense of like, no matter how mad you might be at a family member, if someone else starts to kind of dig into them, your hackles go up a little bit. Like you could agree with them, but still there's something deep down where you're a little protective over them, and they all have that with each other. And I think it's equal.
Yeah,
I love that
for all of them. And as much as Damien would like to deny it, he is also a part of that.
Yes. I wrote that down too. Damien, though he does complain a lot, is always there. Like he goes along with everything.
He will cut a bitch if somebody comes for his family.
I know. I love the one where he's like, I must join the tennis team so I can destroy the kid that insulted you, father.
I love that. He's like, tennis. Oh, you like tennis? No.
No, I want to kill him.
So my last one, kind of building off everything else, there's a theme of growth, I think, for everyone.
Absolutely.
And it's cool because you come into this series with everyone being fully formed.
Yeah.
But you also kind of touched on it before, where the kind of the themes for these episodes and the stories for these episodes are all the moments that a lot of fans have wanted to see.
Yeah.
And in those moments, the characters are becoming better. They're a tighter team. They're more family oriented. And a lot of that all comes back to them growing together as a family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And it is genuinely slice of life. Like it's a very playful comic, but it has an extremely realistic understanding of the way people, their mental health reacts to things.
Yes.
Like, we see, I called it jokingly, the emotional education of Damian Wayne, right? Like we see, this is a kid that's been raised by assassins. Now he has to learn to be a human. What would that entail? Like, and it's done really effectively in his, like, Let's Make Friends episodes and his birthday episode. And even in his like episode with Talia, like, yeah.
But I think in conjunction with that level of growth and the support and the loyalty that we see is, and I think it's really cleverly woven into here because it's not a huge thing. It's very subtle, but it's like, so it's not as kind of obvious as it has been in some of the other things that we've read, but there's a dismantling of toxic masculinity in the approaches.
Yes, there is.
To some of the stuff here, some of the conversations that they have. I'd like to highlight a specific point that I really, really enjoyed, which was when Damien is stalking Jason to try and get some dirt on him.
Such a good one.
Damien finds his copy of Pride and Prejudice and pulls it out and is like, aha, I have this on you now. And Jason's like, yeah, okay, what? And he's like, well, isn't this a girl book? And Jason's like, oh, honey, maybe you should read it.
Yes. 100%. I mean, and we can see that even going back to the way that the men in the story are taught to set boundaries, because it's kind of counter toxic masculinity. They're taught to ask for help and to, Dick's taught that he can delegate. He doesn't have to superhero his way through everything. And
even the grounding technique that they teach Jason for working through his PTSD,
Yes.
It's not, there's no be tough. There's no, men don't cry. There's none of that bullshit. It's
100%.
Find yourself in your current situation. You're going to be okay.
Yes.
We got you.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up that Jason episode because
my God,
the one with the trauma one and the one with Damien, those are some of my favorites. And
right?
Just to kind of like rephrase everything I think you all are saying, like you mentioned PTSD, like I think all of the characters like in a two-parter, like we're diving into their trauma.
100%.
And like not to sound like Jamie Lee Curtis, but trauma. It's all about trauma.
It's all about trauma. And but I mean that makes so much sense in this context because you have a house full of freaking vigilantes.
Yeah.
trauma is going to be a consistent theme.
Yeah. And, sometimes we see them dealing with it in genuine, like emotional ways. And sometimes we see them dealing with it in dark humor ways, like vigilante bingo.
Oh my God. Okay. That rolls us right nicely into what are your...
I know that should roll us right.
Okay.
I have to interrupt this segue.
Yes.
To say another theme, like we've talked the deep themes, but I have to just do the complete fan service themes for a moment.
Yep.
We have our corrective emotional experiences, but we also just have the we see you moments.
Yes.
Like, the established fact that Jason loves reading good literature and that Tim is, a sleep-deprived coffeeaholic. Those things are just fanon things.
Yeah.
They have not
anymore.
Been canon, right? They're like picked up from clues. It's not like it isn't pieced out of nowhere, but it's never been like, this is part of the character. So they're pulling things from, the Tumblr girlies and fanfiction.net and going like, we see you. This is how you all understand the characters and we're going to make it canon. And I fucking love it.
Oh my God. It's glorious. It's glorious. This team is high key exceptional.
Yeah. We see you. We know you read the fanfics.
We see you.
We know you did. You're
gonna it's like a fun engagement with your audience, and you're giving and taking. Like in a way, you contributed to this story because you contributed to that fandom.
Exactly.
And that's fun.
But it's fun. That is the level of fan engagement that I appreciate. Like it's not. Yes. It's not the. And I don't even know if we should go here, but I'm gonna, so you can cut it out later if you want to.
Bronwyn, we talked about murder last episode. Are you really worried about whatever this is about today?
I am. Honestly, I think it's worse than murder. I'm going to go to the Snyderverse.
Oh, God. Not Snyder.
All right, I take it back.
Abort mission.
This is why I said you can cut it out.
JK, this is going to drop on the Go feed. We consult the Snyder Bros every day. I don't know if the Talking Comics feed is ready for that, but it's going to happen. Sorry, Steve.
Well, after Black Adam, they're back with a vengeance.
Oh, no. God damn it.
But it's not that I don't think that the Snyder Cut was a better version of that movie. I do. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to say that.
I think we all agree, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it set a horrifying precedent to give in to internet bullies
100%.
And make it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and if you want more on that topic, we have an entire episode about the toxic fandom of Snyderverse on Go.
Exactly. And it's a great episode. I really enjoyed it. But there is a way to engage in a healthy manner with fandom. And Wayne Family Adventures is an A+ example of that.
Right. Because it isn't, nobody said, make this happen. It was just a thing we all made happen.
Exactly.
It was like we created it and we all collectively decided that it made the most sense for the characters. And these writers were like, you know what? Yes, it does. It does make the most sense for these characters. It was not like we were banging down the thing and going, give Tim insomnia.
Or else.
Make Jason read Jane Austen.
But this is a beautiful. It's so funny how meta it is, because it's a beautiful example of these characters and the best version of all of these characters, and then it's the best version of how to create these characters as well.
100%.
So
now
kudos. Holy, that's impressive. Actually, that is a hell of an achievement.
It is.
Well, can I ask you all, was there a character that didn't get a 2-part trauma episode that you really want one from? Because I feel like we got Steph, Cass, Jason, but I don't know.
Tim did too.
In a way.
And Duke.
We got Duke. We got Damie. We got
Did Tim get one?
Tim did.
Tim
because
got the timber.
Partially. Will he get more? Probably. His the trauma that we dealt with Tim was abandonment issues and overthinking, which are some of his main ones. The abandonment issues was more in the
and Chris reads everything that way.
Why is he my favorite character, Bronwyn?
I wonder if they'll get into his dad dying. I wonder if they'll get into that.
Yeah, now that Megan Fitzmartin has declared his parents are dead.
Yes, they're
that
officially
hadn't been the case
dead
before. So now that she killed them in an interview,
oh no.
Nobody knew the state of his parents, Bronwyn. We were all confused.
I mean, fair enough. But it seems sad that they died off page.
Yes. Oh, Big Brother is the episode I'm thinking of, where they deal with, because that part of what's happening there is a dick-centric episode, but part of what's happening there is Tim's essential abandonment issues.
Yeah.
And then they come up again a few times. So he hasn't really got like the two-parter to deal with it, but it's come up a lot for him. Who haven't we gotten?
I don't know. We got Babs. We haven't got Kate Kane. We haven't got
Alfred.
Oh,
we haven't got
God. Maybe that's when his daughter shows up. And
Yeah,
he has
right?
to face the fact that he abandoned his bio family for his found family.
That would be
Look,
interesting.
sometimes that's the healthy choice. Okay, we don't know. We don't know what that.
She was a child, probably.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm just
Sometimes you just gotta say fuck that kid and go live with your billionaire friend.
Yeah, sometimes Bronwyn says we have to abandon our children. Bronwyn said it, just to be clear.
I mean, look.
Bronwyn said hashtag stay toxic.
I think I actually said that.
I don't know. That's what I heard.
TJ's just excited because I'm doing this to you for once and not him.
Yeah,
Usually
fair
it's
enough.
me.
Yeah.
Oh. So should we talk about what our favorite episodes are?
Yes.
Yes, we should absolutely.
Did
talk about our
everyone
favorite-
succeed at narrowing it down to 3?
It was hard.
It was
Like I
really
said,
hard.
I had to
do
go
it?
off of my bias because I started picking so many. I was like, you know what? Tim's my favorite. So I just got to go with the ones that I love for Tim.
Did everyone
Okay.
succeed at it? Genuinely?
I got it down to
I have
5.
3.
I got
And
it
then
down to
I got it
5
down
too.
to
I was
3.
like, Bronwyn, there's just
5
no
is the
way.
number I suggested.
I know. But no, I did pick the top 3 from the 5. I'm just like, oh no, I don't know if I could. I have a top
Okay,
5.
I can do 5. Do we want to like quickly just run through our 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can do
All
that. Who wants it? TJ, you want to start?
Steve, give me your 5. You
Steve, go.
No, I have 3.
Steve, if
No.
you wanna if you wanna go
with
last
5.
and add 2 more to your list, you can.
I
don't know.
I don't have my Wayne family adventures.
I
think
don't
it's
know why
downstairs.
Steve still believes he's heard every episode of the show, and he is still confident that we're going to do what we say we're going to do, and
Look,
that
we
is called
talked about this
foolishness.
pre-recording, and he's the one who said it would be better if we had 5. And I was like, yeah, that's probably true. It was TJ's initial idea anyway.
Not one
Thank
time
you.
has an episode gone according to our plan on Thirsty. And I think it's maybe only slightly more organized on Go, but that's because TJ does it.
Oh, thank you.
It's
We
not
bring
because
the
I do
chaos
it.
energy.
Certainly not because I'm running the show.
All right, I will go first.
Okay,
Does that
go.
sound
Hit it-
good?
hit us.
Okay.
Yes.
So number 5, SOS, which was the tie episode with where Alfred goes on vacation.
Yes.
And that was kind of the Justice League one I was talking about. So funny.
Yep.
Number 4, GCPD, which kind of gave us
Yes.
a look into them interacting with the Robins over the years.
That was
It was
just-
just
Quoted that one.
I
yeah,
was gonna
just
say that one hit
so
my
fun.
honorable mentions. It didn't make it into my top 5, but it was right there.
Just
Yeah, me
seeing
too.
all the younger Robins like interacting with the cops was so funny. And
Funny.
Oh my god, I died.
Tim giving the like
Lecture.
speech, and one says, "Can I please interrupt?" And he's like, "Questions till
Questions
the
at
end."
the end.
So funny.
So
That was a
Tim.
fun one.
Yeah.
Again, I'm kind of leaning into my Tim bias here because I had to
Yeah.
narrow it down.
Yeah.
Number 3, Escalation with Damien and Tim.
Oh,
Yes!
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. With
With
their little sparkly
the
outfit.
Joker green hair dye, and that was just very funny.
Yeah.
Ransom, where Tim gets kidnapped and
Definitely
Jason
on my
comes
list.
after him,
Yeah.
and Tim has to save himself in the end. So funny.
Oh my god, his face in that whole episode.
So good. And to
Yeah.
the shock of no one, number 1 is Better and Brighter.
There it is.
Tim is confirmed queer. We meet Bernard and we get
Yep.
Kate as a gay mentor. It was just everything we had wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And we did manifest it by telling them in our interview.
Yes.
Just wanted to say that.
We did.
Yep,
We did.
we did.
We'll take credit.
Yep. 100%.
I only have one crossover with you.
Really?
Shockingly. Yeah.
What is it, the Bernard one?
Yes. Better
Okay.
and Brighter.
Nice.
So my number, I didn't decide what order they went in. I'm not going to lie. These are just the
No.
5 I like.
Yeah.
Fair,
So,
fair.
Better and Brighter. Obviously, we've already talked about Recovery. We actually referenced before. That's the one where Bruce gets hurt.
Yeah.
That one speaks to me as a long-term Batman fan. Like that one.
Yep.
Big Brother, which is a good Tim and Dick episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opening Up, which is the Davian Makes a Friend episode.
Oh,
So cute.
And then Strong Enough, which is the Jason Todd PTSD episode.
Yeah.
oh God, that one hit me where I live.
I know, right?
I guess that was on my list, but I was like, I just can't decide because they're all so good.
They are
Yep.
so good. I mean, I didn't even, I realized looking down there, I was like, there's so many funny episodes that I loved, but I went with the emotional one.
Yeah.
I tried to
that
mix
hurt
it up
comfort.
a little. Yeah.
I went for the hurt comfort.
I like the hurt too.
Yeah. Go, Bronwyn,
Steve,
go.
are you ready or do you want me to go?
You can go. I need another minute.
Okay. Cookie.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but the world's okayest dad has had me since the very beginning.
It's so good. It is so good.
And Vigilante Bingo.
Yes.
Oh,
that was
that
my
one's
long
cute.
list too.
I love that so much. I can't.
Yeah, raise your head if you've ever died and come back to life. It happens more than you think.
Holiday Spirit for the feels,
Mm.
where you get to see them all doing their hero shit, but not actually
It's
as a
really good.
vigilante.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
I know.
TMI for the lols.
Yeah. It's good.
I love that one. I'm sorry. I just
It's
did
really
with every
good.
like the shot of Tim like dying in the background where Stephanie's like, I can't.
And he's like sob laughing. Like it's both tears and laughter.
He's fully broken in the background. There's not even any dialogue for him. I just can't. That was so
No.
funny. And then Ransom, strictly because
Yes.
of Tim's face for the whole episode.
Yes.
God, it's so funny.
Bronwyn gets it.
So funny.
I died. Like there's so many.
Yeah.
It was so hard to narrow it down, but oh my God,
Yeah.
Tim's face in that episode. I had
Yeah.
like,
I also like favoritism, the one with the clothing.
Favoritism
Yes.
is really cute.
We talked
too.
a lot about that in our last episode about this.
Yeah.
I have
I
a
love
lot
that
of
one.
screen grabs from favoritism for my quotes
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Steve, are you ready?
I am ready.
Is it 5 now?
1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5, but it's a 2-parter.
That's fine. It
Well, I
counts.
think
Okay.
90% of ours were 2.
Yeah, I cheated.
I just counted them as one episode. Go for
All
it.
right. So episode 3, Eyes and Ears,
Oh yeah.
which is the first of 2. It's like a typical night for Oracle.
Yeah.
I love seeing kind of behind the scenes. I love it when Barbara is doing her thing as Oracle,
Yeah.
like flat out, whenever she's Oracle in the series, in this, whenever. I think it's important to show people's hard work. And I think that her role is often overlooked, especially like the little things that she takes care of.
Mhm.
And so to see many of those things back to back to back, and you see the pressure and you think about how cool she is and how like great she is at giving advice and calming people down and being there for people. That's all a part of it. And I like getting to see that side of her.
Yeah. She's great.
That
Yeah.
has one of my favorite Damien moments where he's in the Batmobile and
Oh my
he wants to
God.
drive it. And
Yeah.
the sign says like,
It's
do not drive.
ambiguous.
Yes. Such
That's
a
what
good
she's like.
moment.
I helped a kid learn how to read tonight.
Episode 6, we mentioned it before, favoritism, the one where Dick gives the team the garage sale items
Yeah.
of their favorite Justice League members. And Bruce is like walking around the mansion and just having a fit that he hasn't spotted his own gear yet.
Oh my God. I howled.
I love that.
What were we
episode.
saying last time? We were saying like maybe someone got the underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were joking
The
that
Batman
we don't
underwear.
see Tim and Damien in that because they're definitely off screen
Yes.
still fighting for the one Batman memorabilia there was.
Yes.
Yep, the bat underwear. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's how we ended up talking for like 15 minutes about Bronwyn's bad underwear.
That's right. That's right.
Another one of my favorite episodes is episode 11, which is Not It. And it's
yes.
the one where they're
Yes.
all fighting to not take care of the low-level villains.
Condiment King, Kite Man, and oh god, it's another one too.
My
can't
poor
remember now.
husband, Kite Man.
Okay, man, we love you.
It's an amazing, it's a really great episode that shows like the combative nature that they all have, and just also them like shirking their responsibilities.
And then it all ends up that Bruce was also trying to shirk the responsibilities.
Yeah. I love Steph in this episode. Like, she's having none of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hard pass.
Yeah. Hard pass.
She's like, no means no, Kite Man.
What else do I got here? I have episode 31, which is Dirty Little Secret.
Yeah.
And that's the Damien discovering Jason's Pride and Prejudice novel.
Yes.
So good.
I absolutely love that one. And my two-parter is episodes 32 and 33, where Cass is coping with her ability to read people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, that is good.
I really, like, as somebody who at least thinks that I'm pretty decent at reading body language, it kind of hits a little closer. And I can't imagine that, like, if it were actually true that I were good at that, how that would affect me just in general. But I notice when people are upset, you can tell. We had a experience recently where, like, at the beginning of a hangout, somebody was pretty bummed to be having to be social, like having no choice but to be social, and they were totally not there for it. It took a little time. And I've been there, and it being trained in the art of recognizing that stuff and not being able to turn it off. That sucks. That's a hard thing to walk around with every day, all the time. I can only imagine what that does to, like, your confidence when it comes to making friends or speaking with people, or, I don't know. That episode, those two, I think are standouts for me.
I like too how it shows. For Cass, she was like, I'm reading people and I can't turn it off. So I see all these, like, things as the negative, like this is a weapon and this is blah, blah, blah. And Babs points out that she can use her reading body language. She just has to reframe how she looks at it.
I loved that.
I loved that too. She's like, you're a hero. You use this to help people. It's a weapon that you can use to protect too. And, it was powerful.
Yeah, you needed a slightly different perspective.
Yeah.
But that specific set of episodes reminded me of our conversation about you're not an empath, that's just trauma.
100%.
I was like, well, that encapsulates it nicely, doesn't it?
Exactly. Oh God, that's so real.
I'm so glad we had pretty different picks, all of us.
Yeah.
That was awesome. We covered a lot of it.
I was going to say, I don't think any of us had more than one crossover ever.
No, seriously.
That list.
And they were all very good. I mean, every episode is so good.
Yeah, there's no skips, right? Like, this is a good comic.
I don't know that I have a single one in my pull list that I have so many likes on, like so many of the ones that I have heart all the way.
I heart every one, so I know which one I've read.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my method.
I think this is my favorite webtoon, but it is also my favorite comic. Like, period.
Yeah,
there's nothing that even compares. It's
so good.
It's so
I hope
good.
it goes on and on for a very long time.
I know.
Me too.
It's what we want. Is what we want. And I want to keep seeing these, like, spinoffs. I love that we got the Red Hood and the Outlaws, and I want more. Yes. I am greedy. I want more.
Exactly.
Oh, maybe they can do like a Teen Titans or a Young Justice. We already have Young Justice in this universe so far.
Gotham City Sirens.
Oh yeah.
Is this the part where I can jump in with my villain idea?
Yes, do it.
Let's just skip to predictions. Let's do it.
Might as well.
Go, Steve.
Do you remember when we were doing another episode? I can't remember whose show it was on. I think it was Gotham Outsiders, where I told my Clayface story.
Yes.
Yeah, it was your first episode of Go.
Yeah, of him, like, going around helping everyone, and then at the end of the day, it turns out to be him. When we were doing that, like, Gurihiro might have been the art that I was thinking of, but tonality and writer and stuff like that, like the Wayne Family Adventures, like, that's what I want for the tone of that. But I would love to see a villain-centric series in the vein of Wayne Family Adventures, where you get to see kind of the lighter and sillier side. Like, who wants to see a thing of, like, Oswald Cobblepot in the bathtub with a bunch of, like, rubber duckies?
Rubber penguins.
Little penguins.
I think that there's ways that you could do, but you could also have those 2-parter episodes where you do dig into their trauma.
Oh yeah.
That would be so good.
I'm so on board.
I would
that.
absolutely read that.
I think that would be a lot of fun. I think you could get really creative with it. And I think that this team would knock it out of the park.
Okay, hear me out. Like,
okay.
Arkham Asylum based, and it's just them.
Yeah.
I love it. But I would love it if it was kind of like Hogan's Heroes, where they all have an easy access out all the time, and then they just put themselves back in the jail.
You could have like group therapy sessions for the 2-parters, where it's like, who wants to speak, and it's a different villain each time.
Oh my God, I would love to see an Arkham Asylum group therapy based webtoon.
I would love it too.
Yeah.
And they'd have to I feel like the therapist changes every week because something happens to that therapist between every session.
They die.
They or end up in prison too. Like it should start with Harleen Quinn being with a therapist, and then she's in, and they get what's his name? I'm pulling a blank on his name.
Hugo Strange.
Hugo Strange.
Yes.
TJ knew what I meant. And then he's in. The next one dies. So the therapist changes. Nobody mentions it. It just changes every episode.
Yes, exactly.
Oh God, I love this.
Yeah. It's a great pitch.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. I maintain
it would
the Justice
really
League one. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. You finish your thought.
No, I maintain the Justice League one would be so fun.
Oh, so fun. I would love to see a Luke Fox centric one too, with his gadgets, but they inevitably go.
Just kidding.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
The comics also don't remember him, so it's not TJ's fault.
He could be, a Q kind of guy, giving out the gadgets to the different superheroes, and they could get crossover episodes that way. And
I think that's really cute. Yeah. God, there's just so many potential. This is what we want. Just continue to give us this.
Yeah.
But for different characters, every main Justice League character has a super family that it could easily an Arrow family, a Flash family, that could happen, and it would be great.
Oh my God, as super pets.
Super pets would be so cute. Hey, okay, DC, we know you're there. Give us the Jimmy Olsen and Drag Bat Cow comic we've been asking for.
Please.
Since the show started.
Yep. This is what Ben Kahn's idea.
This was Ben Kahn's idea. So, hit them up to write it, but we deserve it. So give it to us.
Oh my God, please.
Oh my God, imagine. This is also, a webtoon JLQ would be awesome. This is a great form for that, where they could really do it.
I just want more Kate Kane, so JLQ could work for that.
JLQ. Let her lead the JLQ.
Exactly. I love it.
Do we have predictions for this comic?
More Kate Kane.
I've already read
Timber.
all the season 2s that are out. I've read,
so but there's more to come.
Yeah, I'm like,
what could happen after?
I had a little blurb that I had prepared.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It starts with 3 question marks. And then it says the series is kind of unpredictable. And it's one of the many things that I love about it. The short form storytelling really allows the creators to go anywhere and take the characters in wildly different directions at any time. And I think that that's a lot of the charm of coming back to this every time that an episode drops. I never know. There's a new chapter right now that I can see it that I haven't read yet. I guess this came out earlier last week. If you ask me, what do you think it's about? I have no idea. None. That's an exciting aspect of this series, is that it doesn't follow the conventional arc rules that a different comic would.
That's a good point. I love that for a slice of life. That's part of the appeal of a slice of life comic, right? Is that anything or nothing can happen and it's still awesome.
Good. Yes. Yeah. I know. I agree. I think there's some things we've talked about that would be so cool if we saw. I'm now really on board for Julia Pennyworth showing up and wreaking some emotional havoc. I did finally think of someone else that isn't been in the comics yet, and that's Jace Fox has not been in this. The other Fox son.
Yeah.
I would love to see maps pop up. I really think this is a place she could pop up easily.
More maps, always more maps.
Yes. The answer
they could
is
do
always
like a
more
Gotham
maps.
Academy field trip or visit or something. That could be cute.
I mean, Damie could show up.
I was gonna say he was in it.
Give Maps her own Velma style webtoon.
Yes. Bring back Gotham Academy, but as a webtoon.
Yes.
She's popping up in the Batgirls series right now.
Yeah,
this is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yes. And then for TJ, we should definitely have Ghostmaker pop up.
Yes. That's like, I don't know if I believe that they'll do that. At least not like this, not season 2. I don't know, but I'm hoping they will.
I don't know if I could see a whole episode, but I could definitely see reference to him popping up for sure.
Yeah.
So, he might get the Roy Harper treatment,
Maybe I'm just greedy because Batman the Night just ended and we got all sorts of like YA Bruce Ghostmaker stuff there. But I would love to get like Bruce as a flashback with Ghostmaker training and just give me them being rivals.
What if they discover, the kids discover Bruce's yearbook?
His like journal.
And they're like, didn't we fight him?
His love letters to Ghostmaker.
Yes. What if we lean really hard into the fact that this is the only Batman who fucks?
Yes.
And he's actually bi.
Yes.
I mean, Batman the Night got so close. They literally almost kissed. I swear.
I know this is not an episode about the game Gotham Knights, but can we talk about Dick Grayson canon bisexual?
Oh my God. Yeah. I love it.
It took me 2 days to realize that was a thing. Like the game came out. I heard a little bit about Nightwing having a bisexual coffee cup. And then I was like, oh no, he actually is bi. That's cool.
Wait. He's bi in Gotham Knights, the game?
Yeah. There's like 3 little tiny things that when added together, it's pretty concrete.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Damn it.
Everyone's
I've been trying so
games.
hard not to buy that game.
I'm watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, there you go.
I've been watching people play it on Twitch.
Yeah.
There you go.
Joker is bisexual in the Telltale games. Now Dick is bisexual in the Gotham Knight games.
I mean, I'm sorry, but Dick has to be bisexual for any number of reasons, but not the least of which is that ass.
That ass.
Oh, yeah. I feel like they're going to confirm it in like 5 to 10 years. That's my prediction.
Are you changing your answer now that the next character DC reveals is actually queer as Dick?
I said 5 to 10 years.
Okay, so maybe not the next.
Right, maybe not the next. Like, I think they're slowly warming up to the idea. Otherwise, they would have shot down this like bisexual Easter egg-ish stuff.
How many Pride variant covers will he be on before he's in?
Exactly. It's like they're not going to stop giving him the Pride variant covers because they would have stopped doing that by now, I think.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I think they're going to warm up to it. Eventually it'll happen.
Like, you hear that, bros? We're coming for all your Robins. We're going to get them all.
Jason
is in love with Roy Harper. You can't deny it.
It's a thing. It's a thing that has happened.
It's a thing that has happened. You don't break someone out of jail to not to proclaim your love.
Out of love.
You broke him out of love.
I think we're gonna get
that's a different story.
That's a Taylor Swift song.
Sirens episode.
Season 2. Sirens would be cute.
Yeah, I think we'll get one.
I love it. I have a couple more story specifics that I want to hit on. Okay. Tim and Steph bonding over anxiety. Their friendship, oh my God. So when Steph is in the, like the danger room or whatever, doing her little simulations, and Tim comes in to sort of talk her through her place in the family and how, he has also had that same level of anxiety. And I just, their chemistry as friends is so solid and so great. Like, I love that so much.
Do you get the vibe that they had previously dated?
Not even a little bit.
No? Yeah, I think they really don't. They lean away from that in this.
To me, they are straight up friends, even to the sibling side.
But in the queer narrative of it, though, that I think that is how lots of queer people are with their exes. So I think they definitely realized they weren't into each other, but now they're just bros. Know?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like in this universe, do you think they previously dated?
I mean, maybe. But I didn't get any kind of sexual chemistry. It's more what I was
right.
Yeah, I could totally see him introducing, because he's so awkward. I could see him being like introducing Bernard to Stephanie and being like, "This is my bestie and my ex-girlfriend."
Yeah,
like there's just one person there. Yep.
In fact, I could see him saying, "This is my sister, bestie, and ex-girlfriend."
You're right.
I kind of want that now. Like Megan Fitzmartin kind of did it in the Tim Drake special. So like, I want the webtoon version of that scene.
Yeah,
that would be so cute.
Do you think we'll get more Bernard Tim in season 2?
I think so.
I don't know that Bernard's ever going to be super important in any story. Sorry, Bernard.
I just want an update.
I'm not making these choices. The writers are.
I feel like Tim could lose his V card to Bernard, but I think Tim Kahn is endgame.
Yeah.
So to go back to the Gotham Knights video game, apparently the game developers did say like, oh, Tim is bi too. Like that's a thing, even if it's not in the game. And then on Tim's desk in the game, he has a picture of him and Connor. So like, I know.
Yeah, I do. I feel like Tim Kahn is endgame. I do.
I do too.
We'll get there one Easter egg at a time.
Exactly.
Even if we never get it, it still is endgame.
It's still endgame.
We will be moving towards it forever.
Mm-hmm.
So
also Damien as Dr. Claw with Alfred the cat in the recovery scene.
Yes!
I friggin' howled at that little scene. Like,
I love that there's a moment too in a different episode where he is like, you know what I love? World domination.
Yeah. And the faces on the people around him are so fantastic because Jason's just like,
what does he name his dog? It was great.
Murder King.
Okay. Murder King. Yes.
No one mentioned the Bat Cow episode as a favorite.
Oh my god!
What a
I know. I
letdown.
meant to. Oh my god, Bat Cow. That was so
cute.
I really love that they emphasize the bat shaped thing on his eyes in this.
Yeah.
It was
And
very
a little
cute.
star on his bum.
Yeah. He's so cute.
Although I guess she's a she if she's a cow.
I guess you're right. there is evidence for she. You're right.
I've seen back at the barnyard, there are male cows apparently.
With udders.
Yep.
I was going to say, TJ, there are male cows. That wasn't the problem.
Wouldn't they be bulls?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
but the udders were the problem.
Yes.
Okay.
She was
So
a
I
cow.
have a question for the group that has to do with story specifics.
All right.
Okay. So I don't have the episode name in front of me, but the two-parter with Superman and Harley taking over for Batman for the night.
Yep.
Okay, we're all familiar.
Yeah.
There's a scene of the Bat family going into like the viewing room or whatever, and they're all watching a movie together and they're all having a good time. My question to the group is, what movie or movies do you think that they're watching?
They're watching Super Pets.
The Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut of Super Pets?
See, this is the
Super
thing.
Pets.
They all look really entertained, even Alfred.
Yeah.
And I feel like Alfred's taste for film might be a little bit more old school than everybody else.
Okay, so I have a theory.
Okay.
I think it's either Lord of the Rings trilogy or Alfred Hitchcock Marathon.
I think it's White Christmas. There you go. It is a classic movie that is funny, and I think all of those nerds would like it.
But see, I think it's like a murder mystery type thing.
I think
because they're all detectives.
It's Knives Out.
That's what I have written down. That's what Ryan Johnson's Knives Out.
They're all that obnoxious person that try to guess it before it happens.
Yep. I had what did I have on my list? I had Knives Out as number one. The 2009 Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.
No, they definitely made fun of it if that was that one.
Yep.
And my last one was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that's cute. I bet they would like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All detective
That's a good
stories.
prediction.
Yep.
Knives Out, I think, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I like it. Or ironically, they're watching the MCU.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
The one thing we know is from Arrowverse is that the MCU exists in DC Comics.
It definitely exists in Black Adam.
Oh, really?
For sure.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Wild.
TJ, I know you saw it. There were
I did.
multiple references.
Amazing.
Were there?
I think so. Unless
I did get very bored like halfway through. Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
I did not like it as much as you did.
It was okay. It was okay. What was the reference? Tell me.
That is
what kind
very
of
much Rocky Horror Picture Show.
There was an Iron Man reference. Like I counted at least 3.
Okay.
Oh no. You know what? No. I'm gonna back up. I'm thinking of DC Super Pets.
Oh yes. There was.
Okay, because I saw Black Adam early yesterday, and then yesterday evening we watched Super Pets.
I'm so excited to hear you review Black Adam tomorrow. I want to see how many plot lines from Super Pets are up in your review of Black Adam tomorrow. You're gonna be like,
somebody start talking about crypto.
Right,
and Black Adam is in Super Pets.
Yeah, you are right.
True.
You're gonna be
first thing I did
the
was
best part about Black Adam is Squeaky Bruce.
Look, I dreamed about Squeaky Bruce.
I heard, and it was not as sexy as you would hope.
No.
It was alarming. It sounded like Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Look, I was yelling for help.
All you got was disdain and humor. Oh, God. Should we talk about quotes?
Yes. Okay. Stephanie Brown in favoritism. Game recognized game.
Yeah. The fact that Stephanie Brown, Queen of Sass, picked Bruce Wayne's least favorite superhero just to like really nail it in. She's like, you know how you hate Oliver Queen? It's my favorite.
Oh my God. How do you quote like the little yellow text boxes that are like the author speaking to the people, like the fourth wall breaks? I love those.
I mean, I guess just say that.
Fourth wall break. Jason Todd, 7 years ago. He's been an edgelord since day one.
Yes.
I loved all of those descriptions. Oh my God. I swear I have one written down too, but I don't remember which one of these it is. I'll find it. But
I feel like I already said my quotes because I was so excited about them.
Right?
Tim, and again, they're Tim quotes. My plans are good.
I did love that.
Yeah, that one
where
definitely.
He's giving the speech in the Robin flashback. That was good.
Oh my God.
All the Robins have good quotes in that one.
In the one where you had the this one with the GCPD, where and then it's Batman trying to explain to Commissioner Gordon about Dick in the background. He's like, he's with me, and his face is like, and
Gordon just goes, I have a million
so many follow-up questions.
I had a quote from that episode too, which was Steph's fourth wall break, which was, Steph, it's been 0 days since she last sassed Batman.
I definitely wrote that one down too. He didn't get the memo about the Robins.
Yeah, like he's new, isn't he?
Yep.
I love that.
Can we talk about how Renee Montoya in that flashback had the most lesbian haircut they've ever given her?
Yes, she did.
Yes.
She did.
Like the flashback with the buzz? Like, girl,
She rocked it.
you look good.
Yep.
I feel like we need a Renee episode.
We need a Renee episode.
Yeah,
That could be fun.
We need more Gordon too. We haven't seen him, but like barely. So
Exactly. Also, okay, the episode where Bruce is trying to get ready to go out and Alfred is like, oh, aren't you going to take one of the kids with you? Are you sure you want to go alone? And he's recounting all of the different times it was a bad idea to take the kids with him. And he takes Damien. And the lady like leans down to pinch Damien's cheek, like, well, aren't you the little cutest little thing? Such a pleasure to meet you. And he's like, I'll kill you. And he brings out a knife.
I have another Damien in the SOS episode where Alfred goes on vacation and they can't figure out how to tie a tie. Alfred comes back at the end and you get Damien hugs him and his face is just so unthrilled. And he's like, please never leave again.
My favorite Damien is when he's talking about why he can't make friends. And he's like, I don't understand it. Slices the mannequin in half and goes, I'm delightful.
Damien might have most of the best quotes. He's very quotable.
Great lines.
Or how about Bruce when he's talking about Cass hiding up on the roof? How'd she even get up there in heels?
I know my other favorite Damian Wayne quote is when they're again in the same episode where he's trying to make friends. Dick's like, you've done it before. What about Superboy? And he's like, Superboy is different. And Dick just quietly adds, and indestructible.
And Damien's like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Was that the John mention?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about that.
I love that they get threatened with Dick's former Nightwing costume as their punishment for losing their challenge.
Yeah, why is the D so deep?
The disco wing. And he's like, well, why is that a problem? They're like, this is why you can't play, buddy. You're so hard to embarrass.
I liked there are 50 members of this family now, and at the rate Bruce adopts them, we'll have 100 within a week.
I love their names when they have the screens for when they're playing
yes,
Mario Kart or whatever. Like Tim Sucks, World's Best Detective, Purple Demon, and Can't Touch This.
I liked that there was a little subtle reference to that, the famous quote from the Nolan Batmans, not the Gotham, or not the Batman Gotham wants, the Batman Gotham deserves, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then in this, it's, I don't know how to be a good father and the Batman Gotham needs. And I was like, oh, I saw you.
I see you. Oh my God.
I also like when Bruce was like, I seem to have misplaced all of my children.
Oh my God. I love when they're trying to tie ties and Bruce is freaking out and he's yelling at Superman. It's inside out. I thought you had to do this for work every day. And Clark's like, don't take that tone with me. I'm like, you guys are clearly in love.
I was going to say, and in that moment, Bronwyn shipped it.
Yep.
I love when Jamie is reading Pride and Prejudice and just out of nowhere, he's like, I don't trust this with Wickham character.
And Jason's like, just keep reading.
So cute.
Or when Martha Kent, because Clark's a good boy and he would never eavesdrop on his parents and their very dear friend like that, would he? And he's like, oh no, she's onto us.
I love when Jason is complaining that Dick is looking sad and he's like, I hate to be that guy, but being angsty is my thing, so stop.
Jason has a very niche way of being comforting to his brother.
He's very good at it.
There's a line again. I'm coming with all the Tim lines.
Of course you are, and I love it.
Hit me.
I apologize. In the Hangout episode with the Young Justice, at the very end, he's like, "We should have went to the Kent farm. They're nicer there." And Batman's like, "What was that?"
Do you have to scare off all my friends? I have a reputation to maintain.
Oh, God, that was key parenting right there.
It was really funny.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh God. Steve, do you have any? We haven't let you speak in a long time.
I have a few. I'll start with the sentimental one, and then I'll go back to the funny. The Kate and Tim conversation when Kate tells him, just because you could figure something out on your own doesn't mean you have to.
Oh,
absolutely love that. That is something that I've heard from Bronwyn often over the years. So that moment reminds me of her, which is awesome.
Aww.
Oh,
you're so cute.
Bringing it back around, the funny stuff.
Jill would be proud of you.
Thank you.
The TMI episode when Batman leaves his comm on and Jason says, "Someone please kill me again." I love that one. I love the moment when Damien's at school and he's trying to make friends and his first attempt is just shouting out, "I have a cow."
Those kids were so sweet. They were just like, "Cool, buddy."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, that didn't work." Okay.
He tried.
And the last one that I have here, I'm not sure what episode it is, but it's from Steph where she just says, "I live for chaos."
Yeah.
Our queen, our Loki variant of the episode.
100% she is. And that was from the episode where they are thinking that they have found Cass's boyfriend and are trying to interrogate him, but it's really just a friend. And Steph knew all along. And they're like, "Why did you tell us?" And I live for chaos.
So good. It's so good. Oh my God.
She's
who I
monkey.
wish that I was.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
I
She's
love
kind
Stephanie
of aspirational,
Brown.
that's for sure.
You know, she is, you know, in the regular comics, she's the only Wayne family member who knows how to have fun. And this one, everybody does, which is nice.
It is nice. Oh, she's amazing.
Mm-hmm. She is.
I love that.
There's an episode which was on my long list of favorites where Damien's trying to find everyone's weakness. That's the Pride and Prejudice one. And if you read the like little files, it says what everyone's weaknesses are. And Jason's was emotions and diet.
I saw that. Oh my God, so good. So I think we have to at least spend a couple of minutes talking about the art here.
Oh, I have so many notes about the art.
Right? Like, oh my God, it's so beautiful and colorful. And how much of a joy is it to see color in Gotham?
Yes. This is a beautiful Gotham. But I guess we don't really see much Gotham, to be fair. This is a beautiful
we see some of it though. We do occasionally get moments when they're in the city.
That's true. It is beautiful. Also, the visual joke density of this comic is incredible. There are just so many signs and words and stuff that you have to pay attention to. There's just art in the background that is so funny.
It is amazing.
We talked about the Dick Grayson's embarrassing suit from the 80s, but all of his clothes are dad clothes. He has at no point dressed cool in this. And I kind of love it. It's never commented on, but he tucks his shirt into his belt like he is a 50-year-old man at all times.
And they're always tan. Like, why? Why are you wearing boring man beige?
Himself, and it's just a running thing, which is so funny.
I just love all the facial expressions. I think part of it is due to the writing, like the jokes and the beats of humor, but a lot of that is the art where their facial expressions change in a moment, and it's just so funny.
100%.
It's definitely the density of the art. You're so right. That's such an important thing to touch on, because it's very easy when you're scrolling webtoons to just scroll and scroll and scroll and sort of take in the art as a secondary focus. Yeah. But when you're reading Wayne Family Adventures, there's so much in every panel, in every in-between panel, that it takes more time to read.
Yeah. Exactly. Even there's the joke that is the main joke. And then there are the jokes underneath the main joke that in every comic. One thing we didn't mention, but I'll throw it here in art, when they're wearing their various outfits of superheroes that they love, every single one of those is a joke. Mm-hmm. Babs is wearing Dinah. I was like, I see you. Yeah. We ship it.
Exactly.
And the fact that Jason has this is another fanon thing, that Jason's favorite superhero is Wonder Woman just to piss off Batman. And they gave him the Wonder Woman, all of those are jokes, but they're just visual ones. They're not commented on. And it's so good.
It's it is definitely, there's a lot of, if you know, you know.
Yes.
And it's great because you don't have to know to get a lot out of the story. But if you do know, it's great.
Yeah.
It's
and not
so
to harp on it, but it's, if you know the comics, but if you know the fans, it's both. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Steve, you were itching to talk about art. I can see it.
No, I mean, you've both said a lot of what I think already. I'm happy that there's something out there that is bringing joy to Gotham and to this family.
Yeah.
I read a lot of Batman on the regular from, DC proper, and there are pockets of it, but there's absolutely nothing that even comes close to the feelings that you get from something like Wayne Family Adventures. It stands out in that way and offers you a breath of fresh air. In all honesty, I think one of the reasons that I've been able to immerse myself in so many of the different Bat books is because I know that there's something that if I need to come up for air, I can go and I can read that and kind of breathe for a minute before I go back into the trenches with all the other serial murderers and I am Batman. all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, have you read I Am Batman?
A little bit.
I couldn't get into it.
I like it. Like, but
I like it too. I'm not
the
caught
whole
up
thing
yet.
with it is there's a serial murderer running around, like a masked serial murderer that has an iron, like a press iron with spikes on it attached to a chain that is going around like stripping people of their flesh, very like David Fincher's Seven style. And it's really horrific. And I'm like, I can totally get into that, but after I need a shower and some Wayne family adventures.
Yeah, I am into it and I'm reading it now because I gotta admit, you people over fucking Talking Comics made me break and spend money I don't have and get Infinite Ultra.
I got it too.
Welcome.
You got it too.
Yeah.
I don't have that money right now. It was a
Let me
mistake.
tell you, we have already saved. Like last Tuesday was the first Tuesday in probably 11 years. Or well, I mean, but they switched their release date at some point, whatever. You know what I mean? It's the first time that I didn't outright purchase my digital DC books right away.
Steve, it saved you money. I wasn't buying the books.
Yeah, but think of like all that you have access to now.
Think of the bills I have not paid.
Oh my goodness.
It's just the one.
Yeah.
You pay it the one
one,
time, you go
the
the
big
year, and then you contemplate your choices a year later.
I already had Infinite. So I really only paid $30 additional, I think. So right? Isn't it? It was 70 already, wasn't it?
Somehow I had. So what I did when Batman Day, they had like a code. I paid like maybe $30 for a year of DC, whatever.
What?
And then I went to upgrade. I went to upgrade to the Ultra, whatever. It was free.
Whoa.
So somehow I only paid like $30 and I got Ultra for a year.
Oh my God.
I thought it was going to
DC
be
Comics.
125 when we went for it, but it actually ended up being something
99.
like 81 for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was 99 for me, but it was like the Infinite was already 79. So I was like, this is not a huge difference.
Yeah, I remember getting to the, your final total screen and kind of doing like a mental, like, what? Like,
Right.
okay.
Well, it's
sure,
gonna,
I'll
if
pay
you don't
less than
sign
I
up,
expected. Why not?
if you don't sign up before Thanksgiving, it is going to be 125. So this is like the period to sign up, which is why I went ahead and did it. I'm like, I know I'm going to do it at some point, so I might as well do it now and regret it currently, but be happy in the long run.
Exactly.
I'm just glad that I've been using it. Two of my things that I'm going to talk about on Talking Comics this week are from using the app.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Anyway, please go to my Twitter where there's a GoFundMe.
I hope Marvel does the same thing soon.
Yeah,
Because 6 months is too long to wait.
it's true.
There's a
in
6
my
months.
opinion. Yeah, I think so.
The Marvel Unlimited is 6 months. That's too long.
Well, this
Way
one
too
was
long.
6 months too until now.
I thought it was 3.
I think
Yeah, I thought it was
6.
3.
It was, I think some things were 6 because there were some that were still coming out that were really old. Maybe it was not for everything. I don't know. It was
I don't
weird.
know. Like
Either way,
having
6
access
months
to
too long.
Too long.
to the
3 is too long as
backlog.
well.
Yeah.
The backlog has been great, and I figure if I just wait a month, I could just pick up right where I left off
Yeah.
and go forward. So I'll tell you though, as somebody who is like trained almost like Pavlovian style to purchase those books weekly, it was real weird to not wake up and do the thing.
Yeah. I will admit the only subscription I didn't cancel was the Tim Drake. I went ahead and got it too, so I could have it now. I couldn't handle waiting.
Yeah.
That's
I'm with
fair.
you.
Right.
Pavlovian, that's the word I was looking
Yes.
Yes.
Didn't you say Pavlovian? Maybe I
You
just
did.
did it
for.
in my
Maybe
brain.
I did. I
You
don't know.
definitely
My
did.
brain
It's
sucks.
good.
We're all just barely hanging on, Steve. It's okay.
I think so. Do we want to talk about what we're going to talk about next?
Yeah. Whose turn is it?
Absolutely. It's mine.
I thought we both picked this one, but sure. It was probably my pick before that, though. So,
And I'm going to finally make you read The Hunt.
I was the one who introduced you to the hunt.
I know. And I'm going to finally make you read it.
Okay, fine. I will catch up on the hunt. I love it anyway.
I know, it's so good.
So everyone get on this gay werewolf book. You know how we love gay werewolves.
Exactly.
What are we reading next over at Gotham Outsiders, Chris?
Where does this fall in the release order, TJ? We're reading Tim Drake's Red Robin with David R. Slayton.
Oh, amazing.
What are we reading on Talking Comics, Steve?
DC Comics.
Everything else.
Everything else.
I mean, I have no idea when this episode's going, but
Halloween.
I don't know. We're gonna have a Black Adam review coming up. We'll definitely have some, actually, it's probably some Black Label stuff, I would imagine, in the DC stuff. I will definitely be talking about some of the Joe Hill imprint that they had, the Hill House stuff. There's at least 2 series from that I read. Everything that I read this week, I really, really enjoyed. Everything in my lightning round this week is going to be super spooky.
Right. This week on Talking Comics will have already happened at this point. Yeah. So go back and listen to that.
Go back and listen to that last week.
It's episode 569.
There you go. 69.
Oh yeah.
We all lean in to make the same joke.
Like I am obligated to make a joke when we do intros tomorrow night.
If you don't say nice, we'll just never be able to move on.
Come on.
Oh God. So lots of fun things to look forward to on all of our various shows.
Exactly.
I think this was the best Arrowverse crossover there ever was.
Absolutely.
It was certainly more coherent. But sadly, not as much gay Wentworth Miller.
That is sad. We'll have to see what we can do about getting gay Wentworth Miller on the show.
If we could get Wentworth Miller on the show, that's it. I'm done the show. It's over. We can't go on.
Well, then I don't want to do that because I don't want it to be done.
Everything would be downhill from there. I'm like, what could we go from Wentworth Miller?
You guys should reach out to the voice actors who are doing the Wayne Family Adventure, like YouTube adaptations.
We should reach out to the actors that were doing the unofficial, unlicensed one.
Yeah, right. Oh my God,
I forgot about that one.
I every day I think about that one, and it makes me sad. They got so far before DC sent lawyers after them. It's absurd. They were literally filming.
That's wild.
It was like pictures where they were like, look, what were you doing?
Photos. They were acting like it was licensed.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, on that note, stay hydrated. I stole your line.
You definitely did.
It's a crossover. Drink up and see you next time. Same bad time, same bad place. To be continued.
And where can our listeners find you, Bronwyn? You can find me on all the things at Shiny Baby Bee. I mostly live on Twitter, where I usually am tweeting about what I'm reading, because I'm always reading.
And you can find me on Twitter at The Myth of Psyche, where I tweet about feminism, psychology, and also what I am reading.
And you can find me also on Gotham Outsiders, a podcast talking about queerness and feminism in the Bat family with my co-host, TJ.
And you should also be checking out our parent podcast at Talking Comics on Twitter, or you can email them at podcast@talkingcomicbooks.com.
And if you want to uncork more web comics goodness from our show, you can check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Thirsty on Toon,
where we should be reading, drinking, and being nerdy.